Hello there, welcome to our channel Trendy Movie Recap. Our channel gives you movie briefs while capturing the moral of the movie storyline. Please subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell to be notified every time we post a video in future.
This video is based on a movie titled My Son. The movie starts with Eddie going to a campsite where his 7-year-old son is reported missing. He finds his ex-wife, Joan, by the riverside and rescuers searching for their son's body in the river. Joan is very devastated and is crying throughout. Eddie goes to see the room where his son was sleeping before he disappeared. Joan rents one of the rooms at the campsite. She intends to stay there until their son is found. She tells Eddie to go to her house and bring him some pictures Roy had taken before going to the camp. Eddie asks her whether she had met the camp organizers before sending the boy to the camp. Joan tells him that she had met one of them, a lady who looked very friendly. She tells Eddie that Ethan did not want to go to the camp, but she is the one who had insisted. The following day, they met Inspector Roy, who is in charge of the investigation. He is organizing for a search of the boy in the nearby forest. Roy gives Eddie his card and tells him to see him in his office later in the day. Joan and Eddie join the search team. Inspector Roy gives instructions to the search team. He tells the team to move in a row and be 2 meters apart. He tells them that if anybody finds something, one should raise the hand and shout "here." He reminds them that no one should touch anything. Posters are put all over of the missing boy. Eddie goes to Inspector Roy's office as agreed earlier. Inspector Roy tells him of all the efforts that have been taken by the police. He tells him they have interviewed everybody who had come across his son before he went missing. He interrogates him on his relation with his ex-wife and his son. Roy tells him he has not been meeting his son often because he works internationally and travels to many countries. He tells Inspector Roy that he has a partner and that he has never met his ex-wife's husband. He does not remember the last time he met his son. He is requested to surrender his phone to the police so that they can check on his contacts. The following day, Eddie goes to see Joan and meets her boyfriend, Frank. The boyfriend welcomes him and offers him a glass of wine. He tells Eddie that Joan is asleep and he doesn't want her disturbed. Eddie asks him whether he has any information of his son, and he tells him he does not have any. He tells him he is more concerned with Joan's welfare, and Eddie is pissed off. Frank goes on to tell Eddie that he is constructing a big house and shows him the house plan. He goes ahead and even shows where his son's room will be. The plan shows that his son's room will be in the basement. Eddie gets annoyed and thinks that Frank has something to do with his son's disappearance. Eddie tells him he wants to talk to Joan, but Frank refuses him to see her. He beats him badly and calls the police. When the police arrive, they don't listen to his side of the story. They arrest him and take Frank to hospital. The following day, Eddie is removed from the police cell and taken to Inspector Roy's office. Roy tells Eddie that Frank has a dislocated hip and 2 broken ribs from his beatings. He tells him that Frank does not want to press charges. Inspector Roy tells him that Frank may have nothing to do with his son's disappearance. He tells him that his ex-wife had a miscarriage recently, and that both Frank and Joan are depressed as a result of the miscarriage. He advises him to go home and allow police to handle the matter. Eddie goes to Joan's house and finds her asleep. He wakes her up and they talk about many things. Eddie tells Joan that he got annoyed with Frank because he seemed not concerned about Ethan, but rather the house is constructing. Joan tells him that they are all proud of their goal of building a house, and that is all they talk about when they are together. She lectures him on how irresponsible father he has been, and Eddie admits and apologizes. We see Eddie relaxing in his house by the fireplace, and Inspector Roy knocks on his door. When Eddie opens the door, Inspector Roy shows him a silence gesture and flashes a note written, "Give me your phone." He gives him his phone, and when he enters into the house, he puts it in a cabinet. Inspector Roy tells him he has been instructed to hand over the case to the London office, and he does not know why. He tells him that from then on he is on his own. He advises him not to use phone anymore. Eddie still have Frank's phone, which he had taken after beating him. He calls Leah, his girlfriend, with it. Leah tells her that the police had invaded their office and ransacked everywhere looking for information. She tells him that the police have taken all the hard disks, laptops and files. She tells him she does not want to talk to him and hangs the phone on him. Eddie scrolls Frank's phone and watches videos of Joan, his son's birthday party, and many others. He notices a hidden vehicle on 2 videos of separate occasions, and he finds it weird. He calls Joan and tells her about it. He goes to her house, and they watch the videos together. Eddie tells Joan to call his brother who works with an insurance firm to confirm the home address of the vehicle in question. Eddie gets the home address of the vehicle and uses Google Map to find the place. The place has several houses and he quietly goes checking on each house. A vehicle arrives and is parked near one of the houses. He quickly goes to the house and sees the man who came in with the vehicle going inside the house. He follows him inside the house and hit him with a metal bar. He ties up his hands and legs and interrogates him on the whereabouts of his son. He takes a hammer and hits his toe, but the man does give information. He takes wielding gas and burns his toe, and the man talks. He gives the location of where he had left the boy. He gets to the house where the man had directed him to. He finds a pickup parked outside and he deflates one its tires. He enters the house and finds 3 men. He listens to their conversation. They are calling the guy he had interrogated, but he was not picking their calls. They decide to leave the house, and he sees them carry his son who seems to be unconscious. They find that the vehicle has a flat tire and 2 of them go back inside the house with his son while the other is left outside changing the tire. Eddie attacks him and kills him. He calls his ex-wife and tells her that he found their son. He gives her the location and tells her to inform Inspector Roy. One of the men goes to check why the tire is taking too long to change. He gets a chance to attack the one remaining in the house, and he kills him. He picks his son, and as he is looking for a way out of the house he bumps into his ex-wife who had already entered the house. They find their way out and enter their vehicle. The remaining man shoots at their vehicle several times. Eddie is shot and after driving for a distance, he passes out, and the vehicle goes to a ditch. Inspector Roy arrives at the scene and takes them to safety. The movie ends as we see Eddie, Joan and their son Ethan having a happy family moment. Please subscribe to our channel for more of such videos, like and share our videos, and don't forget to leave a comment on the comment section.